Good morning, very reverend and dear Monsignori, fathers, and dear people of God of the Catholic Diocese of Nsukka. I address you this morning and make this special appeal to you from the political elite, the Diocesan Justice, Peace, Development, and Caritas Commission. This commission held its meeting yesterday, and in attendance were the 4 directors of its different desks. Father Matthew Ezia, who serves as chairman of this important commission, is also in charge of the social development desk. Father Simeon Ugweze is in charge of justice and peace desk, while Father Brendan Nwodo is in charge of the Caritas desk. And yours sincerely, Father Emeka Ngwoke, is in charge of the political enlightenment desk. At the end of our deliberations, it was resolved that I should make this appeal to all our priests and all the Catholic faithful, and indeed all men and women of our diocese who have a care for the well-being of our state and the conditions of life in our country, to please get registered expeditiously and immediately, so you can vote, so you can exercise your franchise, so you can have your say in the forthcoming general elections. I say this as a matter of responsibility. The challenge before us is not only a civic duty, a moral responsibility, but also a religious obligation. We live in society and we have responsibility toward that society. Our life in society pivots around politics if we are in a democratic setup. And indeed, even if we were not, because there will still be politics insofar as collective decisions will be made. But there can be no democracy without politics. So even in a military regime, there will be politics. There will be collective decisions made for the people and implemented. So whereas politics can exist without democracy, democracy cannot exist without politics. If you value our democracy, if you value the chance of having a say in the affairs of our state, if we really care about how things are moving in the country, then please, you have a moral and urgent duty to exercise your franchise. And we have just a very short window open to us right now. The registration of voters, pre-registration, transfer of registration ends by 30th of this month. So we have just a few more days. So I ask and appeal to our priests, those who are on transfer, to go to the INEC website, which I shall be posting alongside this video, to have your registration transferred to your new parishes, so that from your parishes you can lead the people in that moral and religious duty of having a say in what happens in our common affairs. We cannot continue in our apathy. The outcome of the primaries of the People's Democratic Party and even of other parties across the nation, many find either unacceptable or frustrating or even annoying and provocative. But those emotions do not really matter. The reason they don't matter is this: politics, because it is a matter of balancing of competing interests, can often be disappointing. But there is no alternative to politics. So you can't opt out We can't opt out because opting out is to surrender the arena to men and women without a conscience, to men and women who simply collateralize the state, commodify power, and then sell it to the highest bidder. So the only thing that can stop such a degeneration in our affairs is that men and women like you stand up to be counted. That men and women like you take interest in politics, in the process that produces the collective decisions made on our behalf, and above all, in the use made of our commonwealth, the resources of the state, which is at the hands of those who exercise the political power. It is not the duty of the church to elect for you whom to vote for or what political party to support. No. You are at liberty to support any political party in conscience, or any candidate in conscience whom you believe will cater to the common good of the people. The common good being the totality of conditions necessary for human flourishing. Sadly, our politics has not so far been driven by concern for the common good. We find the resources of the state. We find what scholars have come to term the capture, state capture. We have a politics in vogue, the politics of state capture. So men and women band together to capture the state and seize its resources to cater to their group interests, goals, and ambitions. That is outrageous. That is unacceptable. That is morally wrong. Let me remind you, Maya Angelou, the American poet, said, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Don't complain. I think our problem is that most of us do nothing else but complain. And such complaints amount to nothing more than sterile demonstration. If you look around the country, you listen to the news, you watch television, and you get angry, your blood pressure goes up, you are discouraged by what you see and what you hear. It is time to do something about it. It is not enough to be annoyed. Our annoyance must translate to anger. Our anger must translate to outrage. Our outrage must translate to determination. Our determination must translate to action. And that action begins with the voter registration. If you have never been registered before, now is the time to do it. If you were previously registered, you can confirm that your name is still in the register. If you are registered previously, but you have moved your domicile, you can transfer your registration to your new place of domicile. And this is especially important for our priests who were moved around during the last location, so that you can actually lead the people of God to exercise this important civic responsibility. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your attention. And I ask you, please, do not fail your fatherland. This is a moment of need. This is a time of trial. The jackals are on loose against our country. It requires men and women such as you are, people of conscience, people of faith, are required now to stand up to be counted, to stand up against this kind of takeover of the state, to stand up to save what still can be saved of our country. Thank you.